Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. As you notice here, yes, I've got lefty, I've got righty clubs, and we are going to do an episode, break 80, alternate shot, alternating lefty and righty shots. If you're new to the channel, I'm a right-handed golfer, learning how to play golf lefty. I'm trying to become a scratch golfer, both left-handed and right-handed. If you're interested in that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We love the support. Today is going to be an interesting day. First time playing 18 holes. It is cold, it's 35 degrees outside. There's gonna be good shots, there's gonna be bad shots. Can we break 80? I don't know, stick around and find out. It's possible we have a terrible round, but we set lofty goals, because if you don't set goals, you can never achieve them. That being said, let's get into this thing. Let's head to the golf course and see if we can break 80. Man, we made it to the golf course, and I'll tell you what, 35 degrees seemed like a good idea. Man, it is chilly. First hole played from the white tees instead of the blues. If you know anything about this course, Goshen Plantation in Augusta, Georgia. If you play the blue tees, I would have had to have put a tripod in the street. Wasn't trying to do that. Got off to a decent start here. I tried the two-glove thing because it was so cold I couldn't feel my hands. And, yeah, it really wasn't for me. Told myself course management-wise, get that one in play, give yourself a wedge in hand, and see if we can make something good happen. There is no worse feeling than not being able to feel your hands on the golf course. Let me know in the comments how cold is too cold. When are you calling your buddies? When are you canceling that tee time? Because I'll tell you what, I was coming pretty close here on this first hole to just calling it a day. Couldn't feel my hands. I looked at the weather app on my phone, and it told me that it was supposed to warm up into the 40s, and I was like, you know what? I'll suck it up. Got to find a way to make some content. I'll tell you what, righty putting has been so yippy. You can see here, I had to stop my forward stroke mid-swing because I just got this feeling like I had no control over the putter head. Was able to make that. Now this hole, this one's tough because... And this course is tough because it forces you to shape the ball in both directions. Now, being brand new playing lefty, don't have a lot of experience, don't feel overly comfortable hitting the ball, both draws, fades, the whole 9 yards. And I really paid for it here. Winter golf, I'll tell you what, I hit this right up on top of the lip, rolled back, bunkers are full of water, so I got a free drop here. And once again, this course is tough. You'll see here when I step off, but it landed on that false front, maybe about 15 feet ahead of where I was. You can see where it kind of trickled back down that hill. Left me a super, super tricky putt. I hit an awful putt here. And I did the one thing you can't do, because from that position, I have to find a way to make bogey. Still have a bogey putt, but this isn't a very realistic opportunity. And truly punish myself. I mean, inexcusable to make a double, especially from that position, and got to find a way to make bogeys if I want to improve my score. Right-handed 3-wood. I am so used to hitting a baby draw. I don't know what got into me, but this one went right, and I think it has to do with alternating righty and lefty shots. Really messes with your mind. Yeah, hit the tree here. As you can see, there's a gap in between those trees right at the flag. If you know this course, that ball would move so hard to the left, it would roll and roll and roll. So I had to take that out of play, hit the tree, gave myself a wedge number. Once again, not a great wedge shot. I would expect to hit that probably within 15 feet, and instead that was about 20. Hit the lip there, and just like that, we went from having a relatively easy start on the first hole to now we are 3 over. 220 is long left-handed for me. As I said, I just started playing left-handed a couple of weeks ago. I bailed out. I was scared of the water there. Gave myself a wedge in hand. It was one hop away from being perfect. Those are the shots that are so frustrating in golf. You feel like you hit it well, and you just didn't get the result you were looking for.
Gotta hit it, Sally.
To be fair, here I found a way to get the easy tap and bogey. And just like that, we're +4. So if I'm going to break 80 at this point in my head, I'm like, man, I've got to find a way to turn it around. Things are not looking good. Dialed it back a little bit, went with the hybrid off the tee here, and really was trying to think, leave yourself a good number in. I absolutely pured this left-handed. From this pin position, where it lands, it rolls down the hill away from the flagstick, and this was a super easy chip up the hill. Didn't really have to worry about the speed. It was going to stop. And, yeah, we'll take tap-in pars all day long. You'll never hear an argument about that. Par 5. Had the mindset to be a little aggressive here. Wanted to get a 3-wood in hand with a shot to get to the green, and I gave myself just that. This was absolutely pure. There's a huge hill up there on the right. So if you hit it up on the hill, it's going to roll back down, which is what happened here. Gave me my first eagle look on the channel. See if we can make this. And just as expected, I left it short. But all in all, I said you can't leave too many. You shouldn't leave eagle putt short. But we all know we'll take a tap in birdie any day of the week.
Be the number.
This was a solid iron shot. Left myself about 17 feet. Got a little bit frisky with this putt, though. I don't know quite what it is. Feeling on the putting. I mean, it was a good putt except for the line and the speed. But once again, tap-in pars, you can never really argue with them. Now this hole, what an awful shot. I hit this so far left. I don't know what got into me. Hit a tree. Fortunate kicked out into the other tee box on the other hole. Used my rangefinder here. Apparently I actually hit a tree and not the flagstick. I hit the wrong club here. Landed at the top of that tree, bounced straight backwards, and left myself about 100 yards. Now, this was a good shot. This course just punished me. It landed on the front, spun back all the way into this little gully, had this chip. It runs away after the flag. I got aggressive with it, really trying to make par, and it did not pay off. I was ready to quit this round at this point. I went up there, and I just went ahead and tapped from off the green with the putter, which you should never do.
That was going off the green.
Somehow, miraculously made it out of there with a bogey. Now, these are the shots that this course really tests you on. It forces you to either carry corners or shape the ball both ways. And I'm lucky that this cleared here, but this did not leave me in a good spot to hit a full shot. Just all in all, tough shot. Another chip that could have gone in. That's 2 on this 9. You can't count on those. But, man, you really feel like you left some out there when they just go by and you have nice, easy tapping. I would have certainly loved to have made a couple of those chips. Even one of them would have made me happy. Just like that, off the back 9. Shot 40 on the front 9. Solid score, and we really got to step it up if we're going to break 80. When I hit lefty driver, I try and think smooth. Stay within myself. Don't go crazy. This shot is tricky. If you go right at the flag and you go a little bit long, everything runs away. You're going to find yourself down by the cart path. And if you come up short, you're going to find it spinning all the way off the false front there. So center of the green here is a decent play. I was not overly happy with this putt. It did take some bumps that I wasn't expecting. But these are the putts that truly, truly make or break a round. Oh, I lipped it in. So happy. Gave the old happy putter toss. Don't recommend doing that. It's an easy way to accidentally damage the green. Right up into the par 5 here. It's like, What can I do to be aggressive? Not that. Not that. I need to manage the course better. Need to hit an iron, leave myself a wedge, and give myself the opportunity to get a birdie putt. That could have easily been a lost ball. I did get super fortunate there. That's a break I'll look back on and say, wow, that's what we were looking for. Overreading the break. Not quite sure what it is, especially lefty. Somehow had that birdie putt and was able to get the easy tap in par. Once again, another prime example. Got to be able to shape the ball both ways. Here I told myself the only thing you can't do is block yourself out on the right-hand side. I overcompensated, went to the left, hit this tree, left myself a really, really long club in here, and hit the old pull hook. It seemed like it was a pretty good shot off the face. Super fortunate that it went in between these bunkers and not into a bunker, and left myself a wedge in hand. This was a great little wedge shot. Kind of spun back towards the hole. I would love to feel more confident knowing that I could hit that shot on command, and it's very hit or miss. These are the putts that will give you heartburn. You're aiming 2 cups outside the hole from maybe 4.5, 5 feet.
Look at that
Brutal.
gash on this ball. There's absolutely massive gash.
Gash or no gash, you know we're still playing that ball. Balls are not free and balls are expensive. So we teed it up and we sent it. This was an absolutely great drive. Never see me argue with hitting a fairway. And yes, I found one tee. I knew there was a par 3 coming up, and I found a broken tee, and I was like, yeah, I'm bringing that thing over there. I don't buy tees. Those of you who know me knows I'm on the cheaper side. I'm not willing to waste money on stuff that I don't need to. Great lefty shot here. Gave myself a birdie look. Left it short from that distance. Not overly disappointed in that. I would have liked to have gotten that to the hole and probably made it, but when you're feeling a bit yippy, you can never argue with little tap-ins for par. And once again, I had mindset-wise, my goal was to break 80. Now, this shot was just awful. The shot tracer was awful. Everything about this was awful. Rolled up into that little bowl, left me a weird, grainy, wet, chunky, soppy lie. Dug it in. I knew I couldn't leave that short or at risk coming back to my feet, and hit it a little bit far here, give myself a par look. This par putt hit some bumps, didn't go in. Really disappointing to make a bogey from that position. I would have liked that wedge shot back. I feel like I could have done much better. But hey, par 5. Told myself course management here. We're +5, hole 15. Breaking 80 is really in play. I need to play smart, not go for stupid shots, and really make sure I keep the ball in play. Prime example here, I really wanted to go for that. I wanted to just rip 3 hybrid, and I didn't. I left myself a wedge in hand. If you watch the other Break 40 video, I got myself in trouble on this hole, and that, I believe, really, really cost me in that challenge. So this one came up short with a wedge. That is absolutely terrible. You can't leave yourself this type of distance. But once again, the goal is to break 80, and yeah, you're not gonna hit a perfect shot every single time. Again, this was kind of a lucky putt. You see it lip all the way around, catch the stick, and drop. Man, sometimes when you make those, you feel pretty good about yourself. When you miss them, you feel like nothing goes in. That drive was decent, clipped the trees, forced me to hit a little low righty punch shot. This was by far my best shot of the day. I left myself about, 10 to 12 feet here for the bird, and I drained it. I got one right back. I mean,
you can't argue when the putter is making some putts. I mean, I missed some putts up to this point, but, you know, when it counted, they went in. Hole 17, +4 now. Really have to make sure I stay focused. Don't lose a ball. Don't do anything stupid. This putt was a prime example of that. Kind of slippery down the hill, pretty bumpy with just the shape of the green. And I didn't even try to make that, to be honest with you. I just told myself, hey, give yourself a tap in. Once again, goals break 80. You're not trying to do anything special. This almost got away from me. This went so far left. I know I play that draw. I didn't want to go OB to the right, and I paid for it here. Ball below my feet. Horrible lie. Thought it was going to go to the right. Turn the hands over. Hit it long. Pull hook. I wouldn't quite call that a pull hook, but I absolutely pulled it and left myself a nasty little wedge shot here up and over the hill, and it should have rolled down. Didn't roll down as far as I thought. I think if the greens were a little less bumpy, that thing would have rolled out. And here we have it, putt for the par to finish. You can't make them all right on the edge.
Unbelievable.
Easy tapping.
Despite the bogey, what an incredible round of golf today. That is exactly what we're supposed to do. Manage the course, manage our misses, find a way to post a decent score. Like and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments what type of content y'all want to see. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.